Each year, companies develop a dazzling array of new products. Some are minor upgrades, and others are extraordinary new products designed to be significant revenue producers. Unfortunately, even when the new product falls into the extraordinary category, the product launch often resembles an escape plan rather than a well-designed blueprint for success. The investment in improving the skills of the sales team to sell the new product is simply not commensurate with the importance of the new product. Even an extraordinary new product will not sell itself beyond early adopters. Sales teams need to fine-tune and adapt their skills to the customer requirements related to the new product. The more innovative the product, the truer the proposition. The question is, how does sales management get their sales teams up to speed? One of the most effective answers is coaching by the frontline sales manager. Unfortunately, when it comes to new product launches, often the coaching is too little and too late. Sales Momentum and Convocative have developed an exciting new coaching software package that addresses this dilemma. Let's take a look, starting with an overview of the product. Let's take a quick look at some of the important characteristics of the coaching software. First, the Convocative Sales Momentum coaching software system provides a targeted, easy-to-use approach for coaching the sales skills for launching a new product. Here, it's important to emphasize the software is designed specifically to coach the skills needed to sell a new product. This is not just another generic coaching software package. The second characteristic is the software provides sales managers immediate visible results that show skill development progress and tips for coaching next steps. Here, it's important to note that the authors have incorporated best practices for selling new products gained from working with market-leading companies who are getting it right. Lastly, the software comes in two versions: a design version targeted for launching new products, and a custom version that is customized for your new product. Here, it's important that if the product is a major launch, then the software can be customized to your new product. Before we take a look at the software, let's spend a few minutes on implementation. The implementation process is divided into 6 steps. The first step is for Sales Momentum to work with your project director to review the software system. The second step involves working with your director to develop a rollout plan for your sales team. The third step is critical. It involves your sales leadership introducing the coaching initiative to the sales team. We know from the research that unless the senior leadership supports the coaching initiative, it is unlikely to succeed. These 3 steps constitute stage 1 of the implementation. Let's now take a look at stage 2. Stage 2 of the implementation begins with the project director introducing the details of the software to the entire sales team. This step is quickly followed by the director spending time with the sales managers, answering any questions about the system and about the company's expectation for the coaching initiative. This is a critical step. There is little question that the sales managers are the pivotal job for driving the initiative. The last step involves each of the sales managers reviewing how they will implement the initiative for their team. Here, it's important for the sales reps to understand why the company is making the commitment, what are their responsibilities, and how will they personally benefit from the effort. Let's now see how sales managers can use the system to provide a coaching experience for improving their team's skills for selling the new product. We'll do that by tuning in on sales manager Ed Edwards and one of his sales reps, John Johnson. The coaching software system focuses on 10 skill areas, such as understanding the market, selecting the right target accounts, understanding the buying process, and so forth. In the software, a description of each skill area is provided. So as a first step, Ed asked John to do a self-assessment of his performance on each of the 10 skill areas. John felt his weakest areas were understanding the market for the new product and his pre-call planning ability. On the other hand, he felt he was strong in knowing the profile of the key players and understanding the competition. One of the things we know about coaching is you can't coach everything. So Ed and John decided to start their coaching by helping John get better at pre-call planning. They also decided to spend some time on how to leverage John's strength in regard to understanding the competition. Before moving on, let's take a few seconds to explore the assessment readout. For each of the 10 skill areas, there's a set of coaching activities and tools incorporated into the software system. This display depicts the directions for one of those activities. As a result of the assessment, Ed and John elected to focus some of their coaching time on leveraging John's strengths in regard to understanding the competition. With that thought in mind, John is going to complete a competitive matrix for one of his key accounts and review it with Ed. The competitive matrix is one of the tools included in the software. John can study how to use the tool and review an example by going down to the reference section of the printout and clicking on one of the background information pieces. After completing the matrix for his key account, John leaves a note for Ed that the activity has been completed and some next step John is going to take. Take a few seconds to review the activity printout. This next display helps John and Ed keep their coaching plan focused. This printout depicts John's plan for improving his pre-call planning. One of the goals included in the software for this skill area is to develop a template for pre-call planning and review it with your manager. John felt this was a good idea and elected it as one of his goals. He then developed a set of 3 activities for accomplishing the goal, starting with brainstorming some planning ideas. He then laid out some target dates. Once posted, Ed can review the information at any time and provide suggestions to John if necessary. Take a few seconds for an additional look at this display. Let's review 2 more of the printouts included in the software. This one is a summary printout that is available to both Ed and John. The software system keeps track of how everyone on the team is doing in regard to achieving their coaching goals and assigns points when goals are accomplished. For John, this provides some feedback on how he's doing compared to the rest of the team. For Ed, it provides an early warning signal if someone needs a little more help. In this case, although Gary has no active goals this week, he's been doing a particularly good job at getting things done. And our friend John has been doing okay as well and has 1 active goal to complete this week. Take a few seconds for an additional look at this summary display. This is the final printout that we will take a look at. It is a summary display which provides both John and Ed an opportunity to leave notes about John's coaching efforts. Using this display, Ed can provide John additional ideas for building on his coaching activities. And for John, it's a great way to keep Ed up to date without spending a lot of time. Ed, of course, has this display for each of his team members. Take a second or two for an additional look. We hope you found the product tour of our new coaching software system informative. If you're planning to launch a new product in the near future and would like to learn more about our system, get a hold of us. In addition to the new coaching software, we have a number of product launch training solutions and white papers that might prove useful. Plus, we have a lot of insights about getting it right from our previous client engagements. We would enjoy talking to you about all that. You can contact Richard Roof, one of the managing partners of Sales Momentum, at rroof@salesmomentum.com, or give a call to our other managing partner, Janet Spire, at 480-329-4182. Thank you very much for spending some time with Sales Momentum.